talk about black history in America, they always start with slavery. But what if I told you black people was already in America long before slave ships arrived? What if I told you that black people and Native American people were originally one people? This ain't no conspiracy. It's the history they ain't want you to know. Let's get it. The mainstream narrative says that black people only came to America through slavery. That's a lie. Before Columbus, before Europeans, there were already dark-skinned, woolly-haired people right here in America. They were the Olmecs and the Washita Moor, the Yamasee and the Choctaw and the Seminoles. They had advanced civilizations and pyramids, a deep spiritual connection to the land. They looked identical to the modern black people of today, and they shared African cultural ties. Even Christopher Columbus wrote in his journal that when he arrived to the Americas, he saw dark-skinned people with gold-tipped spears, you understand me? And those people was trading with native tribes. How'd they get here? Africans had already been traveling to the Americas for thousands of years. Ancient Egyptian and West African boats was crossing that Atlantic long before Christopher Columbus. There was established trade routes between Africa and the Americas. Ancient Olmec statues in Mexico clearly depict African features: broad nose, full lips, and tightly coiled hair. This means that black people ain't just come here as slaves. They was already here. When the Europeans arrived, they saw a dark-skinned native tribe and immediately started working to erase their identity. They reclassified indigenous black people as Negro or colored to remove their land rights. They forced many native tribes to disappear by mixing them into the enslaved population. They made black and native people enemies through false history to divide us and conquer, plain and simple. The truth? American Indians were black people. The Washita Moors are recognized by the UN as the oldest indigenous people of North America. What that tell you? The Yamasee and the Seminole were African indigenous warriors who fought back against the European colonization. Many tribes spoke African-rooted languages and had similar customs, food, and spiritual beliefs. Black people and American Indians were not separate, we were the same. Once the European powers realized that black people were already in America, they had a problem. How could they justify enslaving people that already lived here? How could they take native land if the original natives look like the people that they enslaved? Solution? Erase the truth and rewrite history. They renamed indigenous black people as Negro and colored. They wiped black native tribes off the census record and forced them into plantations. They rewrote history books as well to say all Native Americans had red skin and all black people came from Africa, what you learned in school. This is why today most black people have Indian in their family with no proof. The proof was erased, my guy. In every story, you got a sellout, and this story is no different. There was 5 civilized tribes who sold out. Not all Native American tribes was allies to black people. Some sided with the colonizers. 5 civilized tribes that sided with the colonizers: Cherokee, Chickasaw, Choctaw, Creek, and Seminole. All these tribes adopted European culture. Some of these tribes enslaved black people and fought for the Confederacy. After the Civil War, they denied free